How do we, the citizens, choose our future leader? There are political parties and members of each party collaborate to form a coalition government. People who do not join political parties usually do not win elections or have a difficult time managing their political seats. Voters must be 18 years old or older and must first register before casting their ballots. The names of the candidates they desire are shaded. For each president, vice president, mayor, vice mayor, and political party, they can only vote for one individual.
A party list representative refers to a system in which 20% of the House of Representatives of the Philippines is elected. What is a party list? A party list is an organization that seeks government offices to advance their sectoral advocacies. They can also nominate candidates, run campaigns, give cues to voters, articulate politics through their platform, and they also coordinate policy making.
Anyone who is registered in the Commission on Election or COMELEC can vote. You may register in the country if you have complied with the following requirements, such as being a citizen of the Republic of the Philippines, a resident of the place where you intend to register for at least 6 months, and you must be at least 18 years of age on or before the election day. Sadly, we also face contemporary issues such as party list, absentee voting, election fraud, nuisance candidates, and the most popular one, political dynasty. Looking back during the pre-colonial Philippines, the election wasn't a thing back then. The government was based more on intangibles, kinship, customs and traditions, favors, and unwritten law.
The Qualifications by the Republic Act 7941, Section 9, the party list representative is guaranteed to be qualified if the party list representative should be a natural-born citizen of the Philippines, the party list representative must be a registered voter, the party list representative should be a resident of the Philippines for not less than 1 year immediately preceding the day of the election, the party list representative should be able to read and write. The party list representative should be a bona fide member of the party or organization he seeks to represent for at least 90 days preceding the election day. The party list representative should be at least 25 years of age on the day of the election.
Introducing Political Parties 2022 candidates. In representative democracy, or another type of governance, an election is a mechanism for people to pick their candidate or preferences. Every few years, most democratic countries conduct new elections for the national legislature. Elections are used to pick representatives for small communities. So now, allow me to introduce you to the presidential and vice presidential candidates, as well as their political parties and histories.
Ernesto Abella, a presidential candidate, 72 years old. He is a businessman, writer, and pastor who has long supported President Rodrigo Duterte. He is an independent politician who is not involved with any political party or governmental organization. If elected, he hopes to encourage the engagement of regular residents and small business owners in government.
Leody de Guzman is a member of the PLM, Partido Lakas ng Masa, a democratic socialist political party in the Philippines. He stood for senator in 2019 under the slogan, Manggagawa naman, but he failed to secure a seat.
Baldwin Bello, a vice presidential candidate, 76 years old. He is running as Leo de Guzman's running mate in the Philippines presidential election. He has been an activist, social worker, professor, and political analyst since the 1970s. As a theme, de Guzman and Bello seek to demilitarize society.
Norberto Gonzales, presidential candidate, 74 years old. Norberto Gonzales is a member of the PDSP, also known as the Philippine Democratic Socialist Party. The PDSP has its roots in the 1970s anti-Marcos demonstrations and peace talks with the Moro National Liberation Front. Norberto Gonzalez is a surprise presidential candidate for the 2022 elections.
Panfilo Lacson, a presidential candidate, 73 years old. He is known as Ping Lacson, a member of Reforma, commonly known as the Partido para sa Demokratikong Sinorma, a political party. He was once PNP chief in office from November 16, 1999 to February 16, 2001, and is now the author of some legislations such as the Anti-Terrorism Act of 2020 and the Philippine Identification System Act of 2018. If elected, he promises to restore public faith in government through strengthening pandemic response, ridding the government of corrupt officials, and granting more power to local governments.
Tito Sotto, Vice Presidential Candidate, 73 years old. Tito Sotto is a member of Nationalist People's Coalition or the NPC, a conservative political party in the Philippines. He is the current Senate President, has served in Congress for over 2 decades, and has written over 100 laws, the most famous of which is the Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act of 2002, Republic Act 9165, the government's policy for combating illicit narcotics. He has now stated that he has no objections to the adopted law, which prohibits abortion, population control, and abortifacients.
Faisal Mangundato, a presidential candidate. He is the standard-bearer of the Katipunan ng Kamalayang Kayumanggi Party. He was born in Romain Ditsaan, Lanao del Sur, and currently resides in Marawi City. There are no details or information found regarding his accomplishments, but his platforms include improved work prospects for the outside of Metro Manila, as well as anti-political dynasties in the Philippine government, among other things.
Bongbong Marcos, Presidential Candidate, 64 years old. Bongbong Marcos is campaigning to expand home care for mild COVID-19 patients, free medicines, and vitamins for relatives of healthcare workers, reforestation on a massive scale, prioritize the air pollution problem, improve the country's pandemic response, and continue the Duterte's administration's anti-insurgency campaign, as well as its campaign against illegal drugs, but with a different approach. He worked in the local government of his family's bailiwick, Ilocos Norte, where he was primarily responsible for enforcing rules and regulations, as well as administering basic social services. The only bill that was passed into law out of the 52 bills he filed was the Senate Bill 1186, which sought the postponement of the 2013 Sangguniang Kabataan SK elections.
Sara Duterte, a vice presidential candidate, 43 years old. With Davao City, Mayor Sara Duterte, the incumbent president's daughter, the Marcos-Davao tandem was formally backed by several other heavyweight political clans. Under Sara's watch, Davao became the 8th richest city in the country in 2020. Based on the metrics of economic dynamism, government efficiency, infrastructure, and resiliency, the city was also ranked the 4th most urbanized city by DTI as of 2021 because of her administration's project completions.
Jose Montemayor Jr., Presidential Candidate. Jose Montemayor Jr. works primarily as a cardiologist at major hospitals. He is a doctor of medicine, a practicing lawyer, a registered medical technologist, an educator, and an economist. He is working as a consultant in clinical cardiology and interventional cardiology at St. Luke's Medical Center and National Kidney and Transplant Institute. He is a professor at San Sebastian College, Palawan State University, and San Beda College. He has both legal and medical degrees.
Jose Rizalito Y. David, a vice presidential candidate. He is known as Lito to Litz. David has been in public service for more than 20 years. A near constant presence in previous elections, he filed 2 unsuccessful petitions to disqualify Senator Grace Poe and then Davao City Mayor Rodrigo Duterte.
Leni Robredo, presidential candidate, 56 years old. Leni Robredo, the Philippines' 14th Vice President, is a member of the Liberal Party, or commonly known as Dilawan. Her anti-poverty program, Angat Buhay, assisted 83,707 families across the country in its first year of operation and had gathered at least 520 million pesos in resources for the benefits of 321,000 individuals in 223 communities around the nation. Her office has achieved the highest audit rating from the Commission on Audit.
Kiko Pangilinan, a vice presidential candidate, 58 years old. He is a senator and the leader of the once dominant Liberal Party. He is the head of the Liberal Party in the Philippines and is one of 2 senators who voted no on Bayanihan II, which authorizes a 140 billion reserve fund for the aftermath of the Ebola outbreak.
Isko Moreno, presidential candidate. Isko Moreno is the current mayor of Manila, Philippines. He previously served as vice mayor of the capital city from 2007 to 2016. His platforms consist of intensifying the health sector, along with food security, housing projects, and education. President Rodrigo Duterte appointed him chairman of the board of directors of the North Luzon Railways Corporation and Undersecretary of Social Welfare and Development.
Willie Ong, a vice presidential candidate, 58 years old. He is a member of Action, a progressive political party in the Philippines. He is an internal medicine expert, cardiologist, author, and medical commentator. He was chosen as Manila Mayor Isko Moreno Dumaguso's running mate for the 2022 elections.
Manny Pacquiao, presidential candidate. Manny Pacquiao is a member of PROMD, or the Progressive Movement for the Devolution of Initiatives. He has served in both houses of the Philippine Congress since 2010. During his term as a member in the House of Representatives, he passed one law, the Republic Act 10828, which established a regular district branch of the Land Transportation Office, or the LTO, in Sarangani. He got famous as a world-class boxer before merging his duties as a public personality and an athlete. The boxer and preacher-turned-legislator founded Word for Everyone Ministries International.
Lito Atienza, a vice presidential candidate, 80 years old. He is a member of PROMD, or the Progressive Movement for the Devolution of Initiatives. He is the former mayor of Manila City. He focused on cleaning the city from drugs during his term. He has been in the House of Representatives since 2012. He had planned to work as an advisor on Senator Manny Pacquiao's presidential campaign.
Congratulations, everyone! Now you know who the presidential and vice presidential candidates with their parties and histories for the 2022 elections. We hope this was helpful to you to understand the importance of elections and how important it is to vote properly. Have a great day, and thank you for listening.